Hey guys, in this video we are going to be talking about how to graph linear inequalities using tech. In other words, how to use Desmos in order to graph a linear inequality in two variables so that you can sketch it and also find their solutions. So the first problem that we're going to be dealing with here has to do with a concession stand at a baseball stadium. Its primary focus is to sell hot dogs and popcorn. Every hot dog that they sell, they earn $8, and they earn $5 for each popcorn they sell. The concession stand is looking to earn at least $400 today. The inequality 8x plus 5y is greater than or equal to 400 represents the number of hot dogs, which is x, and the number of popcorn, which is y, that the concession stand need to sell to reach their goal. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to use Desmos in order to graph the inequality that you see above. And you're going to have to label and scale your axes. So that comes to when you're sketching the graph. So let's go over to Desmos and let's put our inequality in. So we have 8x plus 5y is greater than or equal to 400. All right, so at the moment, I can't see the graph. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is change my scale. So right now the x-axis is from -10 to 10. So let's change that from 0 to 10. That's probably okay for now. If we need to adjust it, we can. And for the y-axis, we are also going to start at 0. And my y-intercept, I don't quite know what it is here, so it's probably about 80 or something like that. So let's just go ahead and make a really large number here and see where we end up. So if I put in 100, I can mostly see the graph. So let's see what 200 does. Makes it a little lower. 150. All right, we'll go with that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my graph a little bit so I can see the two axes. And then I'm going to sketch this on a graph. So when you're in class, you would sketch this on the graph provided on your whiteboards. So if you take a look, they kind of counted by ones here with little lines in between. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's 0.2 in between. And then we have the big jump is by 20s here, 5, 10, 15, 20. So they counted by 5s on the y-axis and by 0.2s on the x. So you could sketch that on your graph. So that's what I would be looking for. I'd be looking to see you scale the x and y-axis and to say that your x-axis, I've already forgotten, your x-axis should have the number of hot dogs and the y-axis should be the number of popcorn. Okay? Then you're going to sketch this line, and do you see how the shading is above? That means anything up above the line will give you a solution. And since the line is solid, that will also be a solution. So when you find 3 combinations, all you need to do is pick a point somewhere in the shaded region, or in this case on the line, that would tell you how many hot dogs and how many popcorn that your that the concession stand would have to sell in order to reach their goal of at least $400. So for example, I could take the point 5, 100. That would mean if they sell 5 hot dogs and 100 popcorns, then they would meet their goal of $400. I could also choose the point 8, so 8 hot dogs and 140 popcorns. That would work. Or 1 hot dog and 100 popcorns. That would work as well. Okay, so pick any point in the shaded region, or in this case on the line since it is solid, and that will work. Okay, then let's take a look at the next question. It says a company wants to buy tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour to give away to its top performing employees. This tour offers regular and VIP tickets. The average non-VIP ticket that has a face value of $250 per ticket. The average VIP ticket has a face value of $400. The company wants to spend less than $2,000 on the tickets. So the inequality 250x plus 400y is less than 2,000 represents the number of non-VIP tickets, which is x, and the number of VIP tickets, which is y, that the company could buy and stay within their budget. So the questions are the same. Sketch the graph from Desmos and then find 3 combinations that the company could purchase and give away. All right, so let's go back over to Desmos and reset everything. So I'm going to exit out of the inequality. I'm going to hit the home button and I'm going to put in my new inequality, which again is 250x plus 400y is less than I believe it was 2,000. Let's double check. 2,000. All right, now this time we don't have to do a whole lot of moving here to see the graph. I don't even have to mess with the scale. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, half, 1, 1.5, 2. They're counting by halves on the x-axis and the y-axis. So that makes it really easy. Now you don't have to count by halves. You could probably count by ones for both and be just okay when you sketch your graph. All right, so the biggest thing that you need to notice on this graph is that the line is dashed. That is because the company said they want to spend less than $2,000, not less than or equal to $2,000. So that means any point on the line is not a solution. You can only choose points that are in this shaded region, okay? So for example, one option would be 2-2. That means 2 non-VIP tickets and 2 VIP tickets. You could choose 6-0. That means 6 non-VIP tickets and no VIP tickets. Or you could choose 1-4. So 1 non-VIP ticket and 4 VIP tickets. All of those are options for the company. Obviously, they would want to choose what works best for them and how many tickets that they can give away. And that would be it. All right, one last problem. A softball coach is buying team snacks for the dugout. Bags of sunflower seeds cost $2 each, and buckets of gum, are $5 each. The coach has up to $7 to spend on snacks. The inequality 2x plus 5y is less than or equal to 70, represents the number of bags of sunflower seeds, which is x, and the number of buckets of gum, which is y, that the coach can purchase and stay within her budget. Same 2 questions. Use Desmos to graph the inequality and sketch it on your graph. Name 3 combinations of sunflower seeds and gum that the coach could buy and stay within her budget. All right, so let's go reset our graph. So we have 2x plus 5y is less than or equal to 70. All right, so let's see if we can just drag a little bit, and there's our graph. All right, we can actually see it fairly well. We could zoom out a little bit if we want to, and then you could see both intercepts. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're still counting by ones on both the x and y axis. Again, we're only focusing on the positive values. X, again, represents the number of bags of sunflower seeds, and y is the number of buckets of gum. Okay, so you would sketch this on your graph, and then you need 3 combinations that would work within her budget. So one option could be, I don't know, let's see, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So 8 bags of sunflower seeds and 10 buckets of gum. That would work. She could do no sunflower seeds and 14 buckets of gum. She could also do 35 bags of sunflower seeds and no buckets of gum. And there's plenty more options. Anything in the shaded region, or even anything on the line, because the line is solid this time. So I could pick 10-10. That's 10 bags of sunflower seeds and 10 buckets of gum. Plenty of options to choose from. But that's the basics here, okay? So you type the inequality in, let Desmos do the work, sketch it on your graph, and come up with the combinations that work here. But that's it. That's how you graph inequalities and answer questions about them.